You're looking at a bench at the Norfolk Botanical Gardens. This is where I shot this video this morning at Mirror Lake at Norfolk Botanical Gardens in Norfolk, Virginia. And in walking the pathways around the lake and in sitting on that bench, I contemplated a lot of things. The two things that came to mind was about ego and how destructive ego can be, and the other thing is about meditation itself. Now, one of the persons that came into my life at a time when I thought that I needed instructions was a lady by the name of Mindu. Now, to me, for a brief period of the time, she was my guru. And you say, a guru? Yeah. She was in the mall as a merchant, but she was so knowledgeable about things like meditation. I don't know how old she was, but she looked as if she was about 20 years old. I know she was much older than that because her son was in his late teens, if you know what I mean. But I asked her, so tell me about meditation. And she said, well, to meditate, you really need to take a very good look at yourself and the reasons why you're meditating. She went on to say that to receive the answers that you're seeking, you have to ask the right questions, number one. And number two, you have to be receptive of the answers. She said, to be receptive to the answers, you need to clear your mind, which is not very easy to do. She went on to explain that as you meditate, you're going to have ideas and thoughts and all kind of things flooding your mind. And the natural tendency is to resist these things. She says, don't resist the thoughts as they pop into your mind. What you want to do is, as they pop into your mind, take a look at them and then dismiss them. Take a look at them, dismiss them. Eventually, if your point of focus is correct, eventually these thoughts will subside and then you're in a receptive mood. Not long after I talked with her, I realized that everything she told me was true. And I began to meditate thinking about her words. You would sit, you would become very quiet, very still, and very receptive to the answers to the questions that you've asked. Now you got to keep one thing in mind. All the answers you could possibly ever want to know are already there. You understand? The answers to everything is already there. What you have to do is to ask the right questions. And that is one of the secrets to successful meditation. So I went, I sat, I became very still, and I prepared myself to be receptive to the answers. Now, moving on, another person that I admire greatly is Muji. Muji is a guru. I call him a guru. I don't know. I don't think he would call himself that, or maybe he would. I don't know. It's irrelevant. But Muji is somebody that I listen to, somebody that I follow, and he is, I will say for now, a guru that was born in Jamaica. Now, Muji made it a point to talk about the ego, to be egoless, and how destructive ego can be. And I realized that his words were absolutely true. Now, you hear someone talk, for example, and they are filled with their own ego. They're filled with themselves, and you can see right through them. They are nothing but a talking shell because they are massaging their audience based upon their ego. You understand? Today, as I sat on the bench and as I walked around the garden, I saw a lot of beautiful flowers. I did, But you know something? All of these flowers were without ego. In other words, it makes no difference to these flowers if you saw them or if you didn't see them, if it rained or it didn't rain, if there was sunshine or no sunshine. These flowers were beautiful based on themselves. And I think to be without ego is the same thing. If you simply accept yourself, do what you do without the need for praise or applause, you then become what you truly are. You create the things that you create without any regards to your ego. Do you understand? In other words, you do what you do not for applause or anything like that. You do it because it's a reflection of your true self. You. If people applaud, fine. If they don't applaud, fine. If they are critical of your work, that's fine. You are really beyond being affected by their applause, by their complaints, anything that they could say, because you're being true to yourself. Some people won't like that, but there it is. So that's sitting today and meditating, I really get it when Mooji talked about being egoless. It's sort of like this woman asked me one time about how come I pray and I never get results. I said, I cannot answer that question because I am still in the process of becoming. I am still learning myself, but I suspect that you're not doing it properly. You got to remember, it doesn't matter what you pray to. You can pray to a rock or to a car or to a snake. It doesn't matter. What matters for results, two things. Your feelings, in other words, the feelings of what you're praying for and your belief that it's going to happen. For example, you can say, I'm praying for a car, and you can do it until you drop dead and the car will not appear. Because, in fact, what you really want is the feelings of having a car, the emotional impact of having a car. And you have got to make your prayer based upon your feelings. You understand? The driving of the car, taking you back and forth to work, all the feelings are involved, not the car itself. And that will come to be. So, and it doesn't matter who you pray to. It really does not. Even Jesus, the great master, said, look, it's your faith that has made you whole. He never said, I cured you. It is your faith, your belief, the strength of your belief that made you whole. You go someplace to talk to a really intelligent and a very enlightened doctor, he will never tell you that I cured you. He says, no. You're cured because you believe that I can cure you. You understand? So that's just the way it is. So that's my little chit-chat for today. I hope you enjoyed your virtual visit in and around this beautiful place called Mirror Lake at the Norfolk Botanical Garden.